What if that random chill you feel at 2 a.m. isn't a draft, but something standing right behind you, holding its breath? What if your instinct to look away from the window isn't paranoia, but survival? Think about how safe you feel behind your locked deadbolt, completely ignoring the fact that a thin sheet of glass is the only thing separating you from the pitch-black void outside. Welcome to Shadowland, a place where darkness breathes and silence speaks. Tonight, we unravel the terrifying reality of a phenomenon thousands experience but few dare to talk about. We are diving into the psychological trap of the late-night knock, exploring the quiet, deeply unsettling reasons why you should never, under any circumstances, answer your door at 3 a.m. Stay tuned until the very end, because the final realization might just change the way you look at your front door forever! Imagine the scene. It's a quiet, humid Tuesday night in a sleepy Ohio suburb. The streetlights cast long, distorted shadows across the manicured lawns. Inside, the house is dead silent save for the rhythmic hum of the refrigerator. You are deep in sleep, buried under the heavy warmth of your blankets. Suddenly, a sound tears you out of your dream. Your eyes snap open. The digital clock on your nightstand glows in a harsh neon green. 3:03 a.m. You freeze, holding your breath, desperately hoping it was just a trick of your sleeping mind, or perhaps a tree branch brushing against the siding. You lie perfectly still for what feels like an eternity, listening to the rushing sound of your own blood pumping through your veins. Then, it happens again. 3 deliberate, heavy knocks. Instinct takes over. You slip out of bed, the cold hardwood floor sending a shiver up your spine. Every rational thought tells you to stay in the bedroom, but the overwhelming urge to protect your space drives you down the dark hallway. You creep toward the front door, avoiding the floorboards you know will creak. The air in the living room feels heavy, almost static, as if the house itself is holding its breath. You approach the door, your hand trembling as you reach toward the cold brass deadbolt. But you don't unlock it. Instead, you lean forward and look through the tiny glass peephole. Outside, the porch light is flickering. At first you see nothing but the empty concrete porch and the dark outline of the woods across the street. You breathe a sigh of relief. You tell yourself it was probably just a cruel neighborhood prank, or maybe a stray animal bumping into the porch furniture. The overwhelming dread begins to fade, replaced by a wave of exhausting calm. You step back, taking a deep, slow breath, ready to go back to bed. That's when you hear it. A faint, wet scraping sound, not from the porch, from the bottom of the door. You freeze. Your eyes slowly drop to the floor in the narrow millimeter gap between the bottom of the door and the hardwood floor. You see something moving. The flickering porch light from outside casts a shadow through the gap. It is the unmistakable silhouette of long, pale fingers sliding underneath the door, desperately clawing at the interior rug! They aren't trying to get you to open the door. They already know how to get in. They just wanted to make sure you were standing right next to it. If you want to survive the next night in Shadowland, make sure to subscribe and leave a light on in the comments. It helps us find you in the dark. Sleep well. If you're absolutely sure, you locked the window tonight.